Hi, I'm Joy Emerson, and this is my testimony to the love of God the Father and Jesus the Son. There's a song I love by Zach Williams and Dolly Parton. It is called There Was Jesus. When the life I built came crashing to the ground, when the friends I had were nowhere to be found, I couldn't see it then, but I can see it now. There was Jesus. In the waiting, in the searching, in the healing and the hurting, like a blessing buried in the broken pieces, every minute, every moment, where I've been and where I'm going. Even when I didn't even know it or couldn't see it, there was Jesus. There was Jesus. On May 31st, 2015, I lost one of the best men who ever lived, Daryl Emerson. Many of you here knew and loved him. In our 45-year marriage, he taught me more about God's love than any class or any sermon ever did. He lived it. Pure, unconditional love. No conditions, just love. That year, as I tried to find my way in the long Tennessee winter nights, I felt so abandoned and alone. We have 3 grown children and 11 grandchildren, but they went home to their own houses, and I went home alone. I have to be honest, I railed at God. I railed at him over and over again. What was his plan? Daryl was working for him. We were working for him. We just wanted healing of his cancer. We had thousands praying. Many times we were on our knees and prostrate on the floor. God spoke to Dee's heart, however, and told him, you need to show everyone how to pass into your reward with honor and dignity and faith. And Daryl did him proud. As I endured those long nights, I finally came to the only prayer I could pray. Jesus. Many nights I walked through the house, and the only thing I could do was cry out to Jesus. And he heard me and began to give me the miracle that he did not give Daryl. It started with what I call grace sightings. I didn't always recognize them, but as they came more frequently, it was so obvious that the Spirit was bringing me on a journey that I was sure was planned for my life from the beginning. I will give you an example of a grace sighting. I went to mail a package at Christmas that year. I was very sad. Christmas had to go on, but I went to mail a package to his sister in Toronto. The mail clerk said, can you meet me in the lobby? And I thought, yes. So I went out there, and she hugged me and prayed the perfect prayer over me. I was amazed. I don't know how many of you have had the postal clerks pray over you, but I did. Another time I was with some girls from this church, and we were at a restaurant. And again, my heart was broken. And for some reason, this male waiter who was taking care of us came over and said, I don't know why, but I'm supposed to hug you. And he did. And I was amazed. There's a song by Philip Phillips called Home. It's not a song you hear on the radio very much, or in Kroger, or a hotel, or a souvenir shop in Ludington, Michigan. But in all of those places, that song, and many more places, I have to tell you, came on. And I hear the first notes, and I think, oh, he's doing it again. He's just showing me how much he loves me and how much he has taken care of me. One Sunday, and this may be a little hard for some of you, but one Sunday I had a vision sitting in church. I was praying along with those on my pew, and all of a sudden, in my mind, I could see Daryl. And he was waving his arms like crazy, just trying to get my attention. And he said, honey, I want to come over there and give you a hug, but I can't get across the space. And of course, my heart was broken, but I saw him there. And then I said to him, are you okay? Are you okay? And at that very moment, Jesus stepped into the picture and put his arm around him and smiled at me and said, I've got him. How wonderful is that? I've got him. Jesus, our biggest fan, our biggest supporter, has him. The biggest miracle Jesus had for me was when he started bringing me people asking me if I would reach out to their friend who had either been through a terrible divorce or lost their husband. And the first couple times, I thought, oh, okay, I can do this. And I have to tell you that the 13th time it happened, I was well aware of what God had planned for me. Without this wonderful man, but still a plan for me, a miracle for me. We are from various congregations. We call ourselves the New Season Girls because we are in a new season. We do things together. We go to dinner. We go to movies. We pray for each other. We cry with each other. It has been a journey that we've been on together for the last 5 years. They are my support when I am all alone, along with Jesus and God. And I have a loving family. I don't want to make you think that I don't. But they are all busy. And they have their own lives with these 11 grandchildren. And I want them to live their lives. I do not want to be their cross. So now, 6 years later, I have learned to look for the Spirit, for Jesus, for the Father, to work in my life all the time. I told someone the other day, you know, I don't see bugs in my house, and I live in a very hot, sweltering climate. Do you think the Spirit would take care of me in that way, since Daryl is not here to kill the bugs? I give him credit for that. So I give him credit for everything. I walk up to people and I ask them, do you know Jesus? And we talk about that. So he has brought me so far on this journey. I have just continually been in amazement. I have learned that this is not the perfect place. We are on our way there. We dig our heels in so hard, and we want to stay here. And I understand, because we dug our heels in too. It's because you can't go as a family unit. Everyone you love can't go with you. You have to walk this path by yourself with Jesus holding your hand. So now my mantra is this. Hebrews 12:1 through 2. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles. And let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of faith. Jesus has been there every step of my journey, since the day I was born, since the day Daryl passed, till I pass. And then he will wrap his arms around me and take me home. Get ready, friends. It's not going to be the worst thing that ever happens to you. It's going to be the miracle he saves for you along the journey. Love you all. I'm so glad to be back at Fourth. I have many more stories I could tell you. But just know this. The Spirit is at work, and you need to look for him. Love you.